and welcome to Zazoome. I am Sheri Barbera. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for being here. And today we're going to talk about how to feel comfortable and look great on camera. And what we are not going to be talking about is lighting. We're not talking about lighting. We're not talking about camera setup. We're not talking about how to film yourself. We're talking about how to be comfortable filming yourself on camera. Let's get right into it. One of the reasons why people don't feel comfortable on camera is because they're shy. Another reason is because they just have an anxiety feeling about being on camera. They're just simply uncomfortable about being on camera. Often it's because they just don't like how they look or how they sound, or maybe they're just an introvert or think they're too old or afraid of what people are going to say. And I think this is a really big one. A lot of people are afraid of what other people are going to think about them or say about them, and that gets in their head and it makes them uncomfortable. And I get that. But this is all about relaxing, thinking about who you're talking to, smiling, and having a good time on camera. And if you're all worried about what people think about you and you focus on yourself, you're losing sight of what actually is going to make you feel good and comfortable and relaxed and happy on camera, which is your viewer. Because everything is always about your viewer. So let's see who's here and say hi. Hey, Dawn is here. I really need to hear this one. Hello, Dawn, and welcome. And you, like everybody else that I know, have been coming to the meetings, have seen me in person, have joined me in person at meetings. You're beautiful. Your smile is beautiful, your personality is beautiful, and really, this is what is going to show up on camera just from you being there. So who else is here? Hey, Dale, welcome. You're great on camera. Thank you for being here anyway. I appreciate it. And Rob, hello, Rob, all of the above. So feeling shy, uncomfortable, introverted, not liking how you look or sound on camera, none of that, believe me, is important. Because again, why do you want to film yourself? Why do you actually want to be on camera if you're making a YouTube channel? It's all about your viewer. Isn't it all about your viewer? So this is where we're focusing. You can't be afraid of what people are going to say. You just can't worry about it. But what you can think about is that so many other people feel the same way that you do. So what do Sal and I do? And I'm just going to pop over to us. And let's just talk about when we first started filming ourselves for YouTube videos.
I'm kidding.
I know. So let's start with, well, for me, I don't think I don't think it's really fair for me to count because I really enjoy being on camera. I love the fact that I can stay in touch with you guys in person. So for me, I just think of it as a meetup, and I picture you guys right in front of me. And this is the way that it makes it easy for me. So what do you do, honey?
Well, the more relaxed you are, the more the viewer will be.
But what do you do?
What?
But what do you do?
I self-medicate. You can't do that.
You do not.
I don't.
Come on. Come on. What do you do? So when we first started filming.
Right.
Okay.
When we first started filming, I was very nervous.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't want to do it. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not getting in front of the camera. You do it, and I'm not doing it. That's what I said.
I know.
For a long time, I said that.
I know.
I said, why do I have to do it?
Oh.
And I'm like Captain Kirk. Why?
So what changed? What changed?
Well, you know what? In this instance, I got to know the people, but you have to think of it like the people that you're talking to, not a camera.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
And you have to be relatable and think about, you want them to have a good time. You want them to be relaxed. You want them to enjoy what you're saying, what you're doing.
So is that what changed for you?
Yes.
I mean, that's what changed for you?
Yes.
So
I became selfless. I mean, I don't mean that in like a vain way. I wasn't thinking about me anymore. I was thinking about making sure that I was good on camera for the people, but not like getting nervous about it. I wanted them to have a good time. So then it was easier.
So what happened? Like, how did that switch
How
off
did this
in
turn
your
into an
brain?
interview with me?
Well, it's because I'm basically really comfortable on camera. I just think of everybody who's watching, and I just want them to have a good time and
No,
learn.
I am comfortable on camera, but why am I so bright? Look at how bright I am.
I know.
Not for nothing, but you should make that a little darker.
Hey, look who's here, Susan. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate that you're here.
Hi,
Thank
Susan.
you.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
We're comfortable on camera.
So the reason I'm asking is because so many people, okay, so here's one of the reasons I'm asking you in particular, is because you're really funny. And being funny and adding humor into you.
Oh.
Adding humor into what you're saying on YouTube particularly works really, really well. So why would you feel uncomfortable when I know that when you're in a group of people, you love being the center of attention? Admit it.
Well, when I did, I felt uncomfortable because it's literally,
Yeah.
when that light, and there's the light right there, that blue light pops
Right.
on, whatever color it is, when it pops on, you know that there could be potentially tens of 15s of people that are watching you.
Okay, that's true.
I mean, it's like it's very shocking at first. It's like you feel like you're prepared. You've practiced what you're going to say. You might even have like a teleprompter or a cheat sheet in front of you, right under the camera.
Right.
But it doesn't matter because you're nervous. You're
Okay.
nervous. And
So
it's so understandable.
what do you do to get over being nervous? No, really. What do you do to get over being nervous? Because I think that's one of the most important things is that first, people are shy, then they're uncomfortable, then they're like, oh my God, all right, I'm going to do this. And now it's like, oh crap, I'm really going to do this. And then they break out into a sweat. They're all nervous. They're like, how am I going to do this?
Well, here's the point.
I'm uncomfortable.
Here's the point. The people that are on the chat right now, the people that are listening to us right now, they all know what they're talking about. They all know what they're doing. They have a particular.
But so do
they
you,
have a
honey.
channel.
But so do you.
I know.
Right?
This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you just think about the fact that you know what you're talking about, don't get so tied up in exactly what you're going to say most of the time.
In your head. In your head.
You have it in your head.
No, I mean, don't get wrapped up in being all nervous in your head.
Oh, no.
No, I'm like, you're spinning in your head instead of focusing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Rob Greenspan, don't play golf in your head. It's the same thing as golf.
Excuse me.
If you think too hard
We're talking
about
video here.
what you're going to do next or how you're doing it, it's going to make it so much harder. But if you just relax and enjoy it and
Okay.
you know what you know.
You know what? That is a great example, golf. Golf is a great example because so many people playing golf are in their heads, right? Instead of being in the moment, relaxing, enjoying themselves,
I don't need to
taking
be
a nice
sexist,
swing.
but mostly men are in their heads.
All right. Well, what you're saying is that women are better players
I'm
at
saying
golf?
that women don't think as much as men do about making mistakes.
About making mistakes. Okay, so, all right, maybe
True.
that is not a good example then when it comes to video because I think everybody thinks about making mistakes when it comes to filming.
It's true.
When
It's
it comes
true.
to filming.
It is true.
So, okay, Rob said, first time doing stand-up was scary, second time so much easier, right? Rob, how many times have you done stand-up on a stage in front of an audience? Let us know, okay? Let us know in the chat because I know it's like probably a couple hundred. Am I wrong? A couple hundred? I mean, I think it's been a lot. And yes, that's very different from filming yourself. But if the camera was just there and you were just being filmed, which is really the same as filming yourself,
Right.
You're just being filmed, would that make a difference? I mean, I'm serious. Let me know in the chat because
Let me give you an example. So
Yeah.
we took a comedy class, right?
Sal and I
At one
took
point,
a comedy class. Yes, we
together
did.
We thought it would be a fun couples thing to do. I always wanted to do stand-up comedy. I always
Right.
wanted to get up on a stage. I thought, Then
But
we
wait,
took a comedy class.
but can I just say that your stand-up routine was the best of everyone's? And I'm not just saying this because
Of course you can say that.
No, it's not. I'm not just
very
saying
nice.
this. It was true.
I appreciate that. But
It was
here's
true.
my point.
And you know why I know
Rob
it was true?
just
Because
said it.
Sal was the last one to go up on stage, and the teacher, chose everybody in order of funniness. So, and Sal was last. So what happened?
Are you done?
Okay.
So at the first when we get there for the first class, the teacher puts us up on stage and she says, okay, basically just tell us about yourself. So went through the whole thing. Now I'm sweating and I'm all like nervous and sweating, and she's got a video camera videotaping me.
Right.
And so I'm all nervous. I'm upset. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to do this. I didn't even know I don't even remember or knew what I was saying at the time. So I remember walking off the stage, and Sheri was down at the bottom, and I'm walking away, and I said, why are you pushing me?
Because I don't like how the light's hitting your glasses.
Okay. So I said, I hate this. I'm never doing this again. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
Yeah.
And then one of the people walked by and said, wow, you were great. And I was like, what?
Okay. So what happened though?
It was in my head.
Right. What happened though was that it was all in your head.
It is.
Yeah. Because, obviously I'm just a bigger ham than you are. That's what it's got to be. Because as soon as I got up on stage, I was thrilled. I looked down at all those people looking up at me and smiling.
First
and
of all,
I didn't want to get off the stage.
You're not a ham. First, you have an eidetic memory, so anything you read, you memorize. So that was one of the things you knew what you were going to say when you got up there. I, of course, forgot everything because I was nervous.
Well, okay, so let's go back to talking about how do you get over being nervous? How do you get over being uncomfortable?
Yes. So being very prepared is very important.
I think that is number one. No, it's not number one. I think that is super important. Number one is to get out of your head and remember it's all about the viewer.
Right.
That's number one. That's
and,
number one.
So the whole point is to make the viewer have a good time, have the viewer enjoy what you're telling them.
Yes.
And make sure that you give them really good.
And let's
content.
see, Rob. Okay, so Rob was on stage. Oh my God, Rob. That's awesome. Rob has had more than 300 stand-up comedy on a stage in front of an audience experiences, which is amazing.
Oh, big deal. He's had 299 more than me.
Jealous. Okay, look who else is here. Hello, Trekking Pals. Habiba and Alex, thank you for coming. And you say, it just gets better with time. You're right. I love YouTube because it helps you become a better speaker and communicator. This is so true. It really does. And so much of this is not just practice, because practice, right? To be prepared is huge. But then just doing it. Isn't that huge?
It's huge.
Isn't that one of the major things?
Most everything, the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Is doing it. Because once you start doing something that you're afraid of doing and you jump over that ledge and say, okay, I'm just going to go for it and I'm going to do it. Once you do it, okay, now the fear of doing it, that's gone. You've already done it. Okay, now you've done it.
Right,
So,
you can't say I can't do that anymore because you already did it.
Because you did it. So next would be, you just have to keep filming yourself. You have to film yourself until that stress level can just start to go down. Because
Then you get to a point where you don't feel like you have enough time in front of the camera to finish what you're going to say. Because you have a lot to say. And now it's not a chore. It's not a fearful thing. It's a fun thing. It's a fun thing, and it's also something you have to do. It's something that you feel like you have to do.
That's a really great point. Because if you do commit to a schedule and you do commit to a day and a time that you are going to film, now you don't have a reason to back out. Now you have a purpose and a goal. And if you focus on your viewer, which is, of course, what I keep saying, focus on your viewer, and get out of your way, just get out of your way, it makes it so much easier for you to stay on track, film, think about who it is that you're filming for, and be the best you that you can be on camera.
Yep. And it's like Sheri said, if you have a schedule and you already know what you're going to do for each one of your videos.
Right, each of your videos.
You're just going to literally get in front of it, in front of the camera, and take what you're going to do and do it. Now, you can do as many takes as you want. Nobody knows how many takes you did except for you. But
let's see.
Just relax and have a good time.
Okay, so Christy is here.
Christy.
Also, Christy said, wish I could have seen you too. Yes, I've done stand-up a couple times, so look at that.
Yeah, you know what? We actually have a CD, DVD of that, and honey, no one will ever see it.
Please, thank you.
Thank you very much.
No, like really, no. Okay. Dale said, wow.
I haven't even looked at it.
And Rob said, multiple reps is the key to getting comfortable. Yes, I just remembered I can tape myself over and over. Exactly. This is the thing about video that makes the fear lessen, makes the shyness go away.
As we say live.
As we say live.
That's the only difference.
Right.
It's the only difference. If
you don't have to go live.
That's up to you. But if you go live, you're live.
But if you have to go live, or if you want to go live, because like we like going live.
We like going live, and people expect you not to make mistakes, but they expect you to be more real when you're live.
Yes.
You're talking.
And you are.
You're not scripted. You're not talking from a script, from a teleprompter, or anything. Sal said. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
So, and Dawn said, Rob is very brave. You are so right. And Susan said, I agree. I agree with both of you. He is brave, and I agree. Okay, and Dale said shorts are great for getting comfortable.
Shorts are great,
Exactly.
Yeah. When you know you're only going to be on camera for 30 seconds or whatever, 30 seconds up to a minute.
Right.
It's a blink. I mean, if you haven't all prepared what you're going to say and what you're going to do.
But see, here.
It's a blink. We've
what
done
you just said, prepared.
Right.
Right?
Well, yeah. But how hard is it to get prepared for a 28-second video? It's not. It's really not. You write your script out, you have it ready, you prepare it. Now, this is where if you're going to do something in front of the camera, you can use the teleprompter.
Yes.
And you can actually read it under the camera.
And you can do it multiple times until you like your take, whatever take it is, even if it's take 10 or 20 or 50, who cares? Who cares? The more you do it, the better it's going to be, the better you're going to get. I mean, how many takes do we still do when you're doing green screen comedy?
Well, there's half the takes where I make mistakes, and then half the takes where I have to stop because she's laughing behind the camera.
So
and how am I supposed to stop laughing?
I know, I really can't help it.
It's like half the time.
I really can't help
it.
Okay, so Dale said you do so many, shorts that it becomes easy quickly. I started thinking about the message, not me. Perfect. I mean, this is what makes you great on camera. This is what makes you comfortable on camera. It's when you stop thinking about yourself and the things that you're going to say, and you focus on your viewer and say the things they want to hear or need to hear, or will help them by whatever you say, or engage them, or make them laugh, or whatever it is that you want to do and why you're making your videos, so that it happens for your viewer. Okay, what else? So Habiba said, I feel more comfortable during my live streams compared to my sit-down videos. It is easier when you have a live audience. And this is something that so many people are afraid to do, is to go live. And you're right, Habiba, we love it because we know you guys are there and we know we're talking to you. And it is easier, I think.
Well, it is.
Actually, for me, it's a lot easier.
No, it is. It is. And we appreciate the fact that you're there. And the fact that you're there means that you want to be here, which makes me feel like,
which is so awesome.
I want to be here with you.
Which is so awesome, guys.
It's so nice.
Right? It's so nice. So, okay. And then Susan said, good editing. Susan, you are so right. Good editing helps too. Of course it does. And that's another thing about getting comfortable, is knowing your skills. So this could also be one of the reasons why you're not comfortable on camera, is because maybe in the back of your mind you're thinking, oh crap, I've got to edit this? And I don't really know how to edit. So upping your skill level with editing is huge. And I love that you brought that up, Susan, because it is one of the things that we YouTubers all have to get better and better and better at.
God, yeah.
Right?
Sheri is like 1,000 million times better at editing than I am, but...
No, than I was when I first started.
Yeah, but then I am too. But the point is,
But
it makes me want to learn more to get better at it. So one day I can say, hey, Sheri, look at the video I made and you didn't have to help me edit it.
But the reason why I'm getting better and better at editing is because I'm editing.
Right.
Okay, so it's because I'm making videos and then editing them.
Yeah,
so
a lot.
Once again, the only way to get comfortable and not be fearful and not feel anguish and stress and the desire to run instead of doing what I'm trying to get you to do, which is make videos and put your channel up and get your content out there, is by doing it. It's by doing it. And it's by doing it over and over and over.
Can I just say, the way I learn the editing program that we have, and it doesn't matter what editing program you have, it doesn't matter at all. The way I learned it is by trying I push every button and try everything. Once I get the video up there, I try everything. And you can always just undo it. So I try it, I undo it. I try it, I do it. If it works, I'm like, oh, that's good. Okay.
Yes.
And then I write that down and I say, okay, I'm going to use this next time. And you just keep trying things until you find out the things that work for you. And then you keep learning new stuff as you go along.
And that makes it fun.
Yeah, a lot.
So, one of the things that, for me, I love about making videos is that I'm looking forward to editing them because I really love it. Because now I can do cool stuff and fun stuff, and I can take out uhs, and I can take out long pauses, and I can take out things that are boring or whatever, and shorten up that pace. And that's another thing that makes you look better on camera, is shortening up your pace and getting your pacing and vocalizing. So what do I mean by vocalizing? I mean, how do you sound? Are you projecting? Are you excited? Are you making your viewer feel whatever the passion is that you have for your topic? And this is something huge.
Right. You just have to relax and enjoy yourself. Have a good time. You know what you're talking about. Just have fun giving it to people.
Have fun doing it. So in the chat, let us know. Is there anything that we've said that you disagree with or that you want to know more about? Or is there something that you feel like we should cover more of when it comes to looking good and being comfortable?
No. Here's what I want to know in the chat. And this time really put it in chat. Here's what I want to know. What are you most afraid of?
Yes.
About being in front of the camera?
What are you most afraid of?
And don't, it's just
most
us here. Just tell us what it is.
That's right. It's just us.
With what you look like. Is it your hair, your face, the way you don't smile, whatever. Tell us. Because I'm really curious as to what stops people from being in front of the camera. Because it used to be the same way. I was so nervous.
Dale said, I feel more relaxed and natural filming myself in the field hiking, right? Than I do sitting at a desk and filming myself. You know what, Dale? I feel better when I'm up and out and around. Like, I miss the meeting so much because I didn't have to think about filming. I could actually look at you people in the eyes,
Wait, it wasn't just that. You would pace back and forth.
But I like pacing.
The hands all over
I like
the place,
using my hands.
Gesticulating like crazy.
So yes, I mean...
You're more of a,
Right. So one of the things...
orator.
I am. So one of the things about getting good in front of the camera is getting out of your comfort zone and doing things that you really don't want to do, but it's good for your viewers. So sitting at a desk, it's not what we want to do. No. We would much prefer to be up and moving and out and about and filming, and yet for our viewers, it makes a lot more sense for us not to be doing that at the moment anyway, at least at the moment. So you have to, again, get out of your comfort zone, get out of your head and figure out a way to make the uncomfortable place comfortable for you. Because definitely, I agree with that. I mean, for sure, being out
Right.
and about is so much more exciting
and
than
that's
sitting.
that's a good
right?
point, to make your environment more comfortable for
Uncomfortable,
you to
not
be
natural.
comfortable in front of the camera.
Yeah,
So I mean, we rearranged this whole office and made it into a studio,
Right.
so that it would feel more like a studio, like a television studio.
And that
I
helps
mean, we
too.
designed the chairs and the television after the Mike Douglas show.
right.
Some people are too young to know what the Mike Douglas show is, but that's
But
what it's
yes.
designed after.
Well, Susan said, so you said, what are you afraid of being on camera? And Susan said, looking uncomfortable and not natural. These are two awesome things that you said, because looking uncomfortable means that you are uncomfortable. So how do you overcome that? You overcome that by relaxing, taking a deep breath, relaxing, smiling. Smiling is huge. Even if the topic that you're going to be talking about doesn't merit a smile, smiling is huge because it helps you to relax.
It does.
Okay? It helps, not a fake smile,
Oh,
a real smile. Helps you to relax. So, how do you feel comfortable and look natural on camera? It's by relaxing. It's by focusing. It's by thinking about you, not me. It's by actually being yourself. And this is one of the things that I think is really hard for people.
it is. And don't just say things. Think about what you're saying, but why you're saying it. You're saying it for a reason.
You're saying it for a reason.
If you're trying to teach people about what you know, basically.
Right.
Everybody is.
Right.
I mean, that's what YouTube is all about.
Yeah.
So,
Or sharing an experience together. Like when
Right.
with Trekking Pals, it's sharing a hiking experience
it's
together.
like telling a story. I mean, that's like
And
telling a story.
telling a
Yeah.
story.
Most everything is a storytelling experience.
So in order to feel comfortable on camera, you really have to be comfortable. You really have to be yourself. And when you think you have to be somebody else on YouTube, the only reason to ever be someone else on YouTube is if you're doing something like green screen comedy where you're a character as opposed to you. Now, with that having been said, I really truly believe that you should be at the top of your game on YouTube. That you should bring the best you, the real you, the authentic you, the best authentic you, not the tired, sleepy you, not the half awake you, not the bored you, not the, disinterested you, but the passionate, excited, interesting, fun, engaging you on camera, but still authentic.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. When I talked about using a teleprompter, you cannot look like you're reading, you cannot sound
Right.
like you're reading,
Yeah.
Sal said. And I'm telling you, you get better and better at it as you do it more and more.
You really will. You really will. Okay, so who else said? Okay, thank you for that, Susan. So Rob said, I'm a little scared no one will watch. This is another awesome thing that people say. Will anyone watch my videos? Well, if this is one of the things that's stopping you from making videos,
That's sort of a dichotomy when you think about it.
how are
That's the
people
right
going to
word
be
for
able
it?
to watch you?
If you're worried about people not
Right?
showing up on you, what
How
are
are
you
they
worried about
gonna-
being in front of the camera for?
Right.
But that's not, you should not be nervous about it at all.
You shouldn't
Especially
be
you,
nervous,
Rob. I
especially
mean,
you being in front of an audience 1,000,000,001 times. So when you think about, will anybody show up? And everybody says that. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
don't I say that every Tuesday? I wonder who's going to show up. I wonder how many people are going to show up. I wonder
Yeah.
if anyone's going to show up. And it's not because I don't think people want to watch, because I know that people watch on their own time later after the live stream. It's just that it's so much more fun. And I get it, Rob, because you love having an audience. So how do you overcome that? You overcome that by saying, you know what, whether people show up or not, I want to do this for them. I want to be there. I want to show up for them. I want to talk about whatever it is I want to talk about, because I'm doing this for the people who I'm doing it for, right? For our people.
When we started doing green screen comedy, I started we put the channel up. We did like, I don't know how many videos, 3 or 4 videos.
Right.
And I would go like every 15 minutes I'd be going, how many views? How many views? How many views? How many views? Nobody's doing it. 2 views, 3 views, 4 views. I'm like, oh,
Right.
it stopped at 5 views. And I went on like this for I don't know how long, having a new channel, but
Right.
I was all excited.
But it is exciting.
And then the difference was I started having a lot of fun making the videos. I started having a lot of fun doing the content. And then I stopped worrying about the views as much. I stopped worrying about the subscribers as much. And I just wanted to have fun in front of the camera and relax and enjoy myself. And I think that just comes across once you start doing that.
Okay.
You just have to relax.
I think that's great. Okay, so Dawn says, looking awful. See, this is one of the things that's a big thing on YouTube is, what do I look like? My hair has a mind of its own. Not sure editing will help that. I love that. See, I believe, and if you look at enough YouTubers, you will believe this as well. I believe that one of the things that people love is the authentic you.
Yep.
And if the authentic you is nutsy hair, this is what people will love, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have a very dear friend, and his hair is
Crazy.
It's crazy.
When Sheri always says, and she says it every time, nobody is you, be you on
Yeah,
YouTube.
just
When
be
she
you.
says that, it's the truth.
It is.
Nobody, when you get in front of that camera and you're on your channel, nobody is you.
But you.
That is a huge asset.
It is a huge asset, and I love that you said that, honey, because one of the things I love about this friend so much is his nutsy hair. And it's because he doesn't care. He's an amazing person. He's an incredible human being, incredible professional business person. I mean, everything about him is amazing, but his hair is a wacko. It's wacko. And he never cares. And I think it's just endearing, and I love that about him. So I say, be you, be the wacky hair you. People will love
Exactly.
that. I believe.
And you have your
I
content, do what you're going to do on camera, and it's going to come across as you having a good time. That's all.
Oh, wait, it was Dawn that said that. Did
Yeah.
I say Dawn? I did say
You
Dawn.
did say Dawn.
Okay. And then Christy said, it's not a fear factor thing as much as I want to be sure to not be boring. Me too. Or doing a bad take and to give good content to the viewer. Okay, excellent reasons. These are excellent reasons. So if you practice, if you have your bullet points, if you stay focused, if your pacing is good, it will not be boring. If you bring the real you, if you bring the, excited, be the best you, and you are enthusiastic, and you are engaging, and you are passionate, and you are really there for your viewer, how could you be boring? How could you be boring? So know that you will not be boring. That's number one. And secondly, if you do a bad take, who cares? You just do another take. That really doesn't matter. It's video. Okay, and finally, give good content to the viewer. Your viewers are going to let you know if it's good content or not by watching. So if they don't watch all the way through, something happened. This is where you look at your analytics, right?
Can I just jump in one more time?
Yeah.
I really think that a lot of people don't think about having fun on camera, having
agree.
fun delivering their content on camera.
agree.
It would take away all your anxiety.
Yeah.
If you think about just smiling and enjoying yourself and having a good time while you're on camera, forget about being nervous. Just relax and have a good time. It'll change everything.
It will. That is really true. It really is true. Because one of the things that when I first started doing these live streams for you, I was so serious. And if you go back and you look at them, partially it was because
She was serious, but the content was really good.
the content was really good.
She knows her stuff.
I know my
Everything
stuff,
was
but
wonderful. But we went back.
I was
it's like,
very
and her face,
serious.
she was making faces
Right.
like,
which I still do, but now, so one day Sal said to me, you really got to smile. It's like, you really got to enjoy what you're doing. I said, I do enjoy what I'm doing.
she was trying so hard to teach.
Yeah.
She was trying so hard to put out good content. She forgot to smile. She forgot to have a good time in front of the camera.
I just forgot. And a lot of that is because you're not right here in front of me, raising your hands, asking your questions, and stopping me from being so serious and, what am I going to say next? But it's also because I do need to think about you watching this and how important it is for you to know that I'm loving what I'm talking to you about and I am really enjoying myself.
Right.
So how can you feel comfortable if I'm not? How can you have fun if I don't? You are the, you're the gauge. You are the gauge. The viewer is the gauge of how well your content is. That's the real thing.
You know what? Turn it around. Say, make sure you don't want to make the viewer uncomfortable. So by you being comfortable and you having a good time, the viewer is going to be more relaxed and enjoy what you're saying.
I agree. Okay, so
do you have
Dale
any
said.
slides at all anyway?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So Dale said, my fear is sounding monotone and having no passion in my voice. Okay, so the way to get over that, and that is such a valid point, because a lot of times when you're, and especially if you're sitting at a desk, and especially if you're reading, it is really hard to not have, to get into a droning voice, right? To get into a boring state. So what do you do? What do you do? What would you do?
To not get into a boring state?
Not be boring, not monotone, not drone on and on. What do you do?
Well, I practice, but I don't know what you're trying to ask me to tell you.
Okay, well, what
Tell
I'm
me.
trying to say is, okay,
All right, good.
this is all about number one, pacing, and number two, using your voice. Because when you tell a story and you really get into a story, don't you get quiet when you're talking about something that you want people to really listen to? Don't you start to get louder when things start to get exciting? Isn't your voice more modulated when you're just...
Now I know what you're talking
Right?
about. Now I know what you're
Right?
talking about. Modulation. Yeah, nobody talks in a monotone state while they're talking, regular talking. I don't know. Hi, my name is Sal. I'm in front of the camera and I'm very comfortable.
Yeah, so a lot of this is thinking of, getting excited, being passionate, being enthusiastic, and letting go. And I think that is one of the hardest things, is to, when we say be you, just be yourself on camera, the real you, the authentic you. When you're telling a story, you're not boring. Nobody can be boring when they're telling a story because they're telling a story. You get into it. Well, your videos are a story, whether you are teaching or whether you are just out there doing something, you're telling a story.
Oh, yeah.
And you need to be excited about it. You need to be enthusiastic about it. You need to modulate your voice.
Everything's a story. Life's a story.
So this is the way that you make sure that you're not boring and you're not monotone, is by being the authentic you. Thinking about the people that you're speaking with, thinking about it as a dialogue, not a diatribe, because it is a dialogue. It is a dialogue with your viewer. So that's what I would say.
Right.
Okay, so Susan said, thank you for that. I've also found that it helps to talk with my hands, even if my hands aren't in the picture.
Yes.
I do that too.
Susan, are you Italian? Susan Italian?
Susan, are you Italian? I don't know. But yes, I mean,
But
we
yeah,
definitely...
it makes you more comfortable when you move.
And
When
it's
you
funny
move,
that
you're
you
more
bring that
comfortable.
up, because a lot of people don't know what to do with their hands. And I think...
That's funny, because I remember when we first started getting in front of the camera, I said, what do I do with my hands? Or when you were taking pictures of me, or even just photos, what do I do with my hands?
What do I do with my hands?
I'm like...
And one of the most uncomfortable things that you can do with your hands, is to put them in or cross your arms. That's uncomfortable. And that makes your
I
viewer
folded my hands
uncomfortable.
in front of... Can I say this on camera?
Your crotch?
I used to fold my hands in front of my crotch a lot, and Sheri hated that. She's like, take your hands away from your crotch.
That is not a good look at all.
Like a Secret
right?
Service guy, I'm like...
Yeah, no, that's not a good look. No. But, a hand in a pocket, a hand on a hip, thinking about something is good. Yes, using your hands, I think, is huge, because it makes the story so much more interesting when there is movement. And this is another thing about getting comfortable on camera, is movement. So you don't want to just sit there. That is the worst thing you can do, because that is going to make you uncomfortable.
Right.
Just sitting there.
It doesn't have to be giant movements.
No, but moving.
Sheri is a mover. She's like a gesticulator. She's crazy with her hands. But I mean, if every once in a while you just show your hands, it's like, some movement. Some movement.
I think is really good. So Dale said, my initial fear was looking or sounding bad in front of all my viewers. Then after posting a few videos, I realized what viewers.
What did he say?
He said, then I realized what viewers. You're funny. So, yeah, I mean, really, what is the bottom line? The bottom line is that eventually all of us are going to have a lot of viewers. It takes a while. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it happens very quickly. But regardless of how long it takes to get viewers, the most important thing is that you relax, is that you're comfortable, is that you feel good, is that you understand that you can be you on camera, that you can have fun on camera, that you can be passionate about what you're talking about, that you can be playful and add humor and be engaging.
Well, that's another thing. Don't be afraid to be playful. That's a good word.
Yeah,
I like playful.
playful.
Don't be afraid to be playful. Don't be afraid to joke. Don't be afraid to, even if they're silly jokes or whatever.
Silly jokes are fun.
Slip them in every once in a while.
I like silly jokes.
Anecdotes, whatever.
Habiba said, I get the same comment. I am always serious. So I think this is a huge thing, Habiba, and I do believe that it is important for viewers to see that you're enjoying yourself. And I think that being serious is fine when you're talking about a serious subject, but most of the time, how serious is it that you're talking about, right? How serious is anything that we're talking about?
It's
I mean,
not.
Even
It's
when I'm
not.
teaching, how serious is that?
I basically don't like serious.
Yeah.
I don't.
So I would say practice enjoying yourself. Practice having fun. Practice being playful. Practice telling jokes. Practice relaxing and enjoying making the videos more, because what does that do to your viewer?
Makes them have a better time.
Exactly.
So they want to watch you more. Let's get down to the
Exactly.
bottom line here.
The bottom
Makes them
line.
want to watch you more because they're enjoying watching you because you're having a good time.
Because you're having
relaxed.
fun.
I want to come back and see what you're going to do next.
Yes.
Because they're nice.
Yes.
Those people are
So
having
Susan
fun.
said, yes, it's true. And also I try to emphasize certain words good. I even capitalize the words exactly that I want to emphasize in my script. This is another way to get away from a monotone. And I love that you said that, Susan, because if you are scripting, one of the things that is so important to do is to give yourself the emphasis points, to give yourself those pause points. Even if you put in parentheses, lower your voice. Even if you put in parentheses, get excited. You know, even if you have to do that, even if there's a way for you to tell yourself to be better on camera, do it. Do that, right?
Right.
Even if you have to put like a picture of something funny so that you remember you gotta enjoy yourself behind the camera, right? So that you enjoy yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the slides because I think all of you have said enormously positive things. So here are my
I'm not on
tips.
camera anymore.
Sorry, honey. Okay, so my first tip is just be you. Okay, just be yourself. Whatever that is, be you on YouTube. If you are thinking too hard about it, you're not relaxed. You are not comfortable. That is going to show to your viewer and that is going to make them uncomfortable. So don't think too hard about it. That's not good. Don't try too hard because that isn't good for your viewer either. Your viewer wants the authentic you, not the fake you. So what do you want to do? Enjoy it. It's really okay to enjoy yourself. It's really okay to have fun. It's really okay to just enjoy filming, okay?
Hey,
It's
Dawn,
fun.
look at that. You talk
Look
about
at this guy's hair.
Look at that.
Right? So Dawn, don't worry about your hair.
Really?
It's okay to work and play. And if that's something that you don't typically say to yourself, let me say it again. It's okay to work and play. Because this is going to make you happy. This is going to make you happy making videos. This is going to relax you making videos. This is going to make you comfortable making videos. And this is what it's all
You
about.
are going to get to the point where you want to get in front of the camera and do it.
Yes. Tip number 2, picture one or some people that you're speaking with, right? Picture your viewer. So whoever they are, if it's one person, if it's 2 people, if it's a group of people, whatever it is that is going to make you happy, if you need to tape it to the wall behind your camera, do it, okay? If you need to literally tape it to your camera, do it. Because that is going to make You speak to the people or person that you think of as your ideal viewer. Tip number 3. Look directly at the camera. Look at the camera, because now you're looking at your viewer. Don't look down at them, okay? Don't have your computer down below your eyes. You don't want to look down at the people that you're speaking with. Ideally, 1/8 of an inch up above your eye level is best, okay? 1/8 of an inch up. Don't look at you. This is me looking at me right now, okay? Am I looking at you? No, I'm looking at me. And that looks bizarre, doesn't it? So don't look at yourself. Who should you be looking at? Your audience. Look directly at your camera lens. Now, this is my camera lens, okay? I am looking right at you right now. I am not looking at me. So look at, where is your eye? Where is the lens of the camera? And look at that. That's what I want you to look at, because then you'll be looking at your viewer. So what's the trick? Put a Post-it next to the lens so that you focus on looking at the lens. Put a Post-it there, okay? Have passion. Smile. Think about your viewer. Look at the lens. Relax. Smile. Film a lot and have fun. So what is next? Well, this Saturday, Sal and I are going to be doing another channel audit. The 4 T's, topic, trailer, thumbnail, and titles. So important. Next time on Tuesday Live, we're going to be talking about personal style and branding. So again, we are not talking about lighting. We are not talking about editing. We are not talking about your cameras. We are talking about you. How do you look great and be comfortable on camera? A lot of this is branding and personal style. So we're going to go through that next week. We are Zazoome, YouTube for Business, to boost your income, influence, and impact with YouTube. And if you haven't joined the YouTube Mastermind Club on Facebook, join us. And of course, subscribe to our channel. Take the masterclass. If you're a newbie, a beginner, go to youtubebootcamp.com, click on courses, and you'll see everything there is to know about the YouTube Masterclass. And finally, if you like this video, you know I love those likes, so give us a like, please. Comment in the comments below, what are you afraid of? What makes you not make videos? We want to know so that we can help. Share this with someone who wants to make videos but is nervous about making them, you know. And as always, thank you so much for watching and being here, because we love that you're here. So when I say believe in yourself and just be you on YouTube, I say that because the authentic, real you is what people are truly looking for on YouTube. They're not looking for something fake. They're not looking for something nervous or scared or shy or introverted or worried. They're looking for authentic. Now, if you are authentically worried about something and that's what you're talking about, bring it. Bring it. I want to see it, okay? Be that authentic, worried person. If you're excited about something, bring it. Be that authentic, passionate person that you're so excited about something. If you're a goofball and you're funny, I want to see that. I want to know that's who you are. If you're like a wacko and your personal style is crazy, I love that about you, because that's what makes you authentically you. And this is what people show up for to watch on YouTube. So just be you, the you that you are. Be that authentic you on YouTube. Okay, and now I am going to go to all of us. And Sal and my mom and I. Mom, where are you? Oh no, Mom's got our dog Fifi, our fiberglass dog Fifi.
Oh, no.
And I am gonna say, okay guys, be the authentic you on YouTube, right? Be that authentic you. Show up as the real nutso that you are, funny person that you are, educator that you are, whoever you are. Just be you on YouTube. And we are going to say our dating game goodbyes. Thank you so much for being here. We love that you were here. be the best you. I don't think that there's too much more to say about that. Is there? Be the best you, be the real you, be the authentic you, and people will show up for you on YouTube. Don't worry, they will. All right, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see
See you
you
later.
in the next video.
Have a good night.
Ciao, guys.